What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wolves Weekly, my weekly Wolves series here on my YouTube channel, where we talk everything that has happened in and around the Molineux over the past 7 days or so. As always, thanks for tuning in, and make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I upload as well. Obviously, we've got so much Wolves content on the channel at the moment. But keep your eyes peeled for a new Wolves project that is coming up over the next couple of weeks or so on the channel. I'll announce it on a separate video anyway, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, we do a question of the week, and last week's we'll quickly go over now, and it was sort of, what has been the best ground that you've visited whilst following Wolves? And some people sort of said the best ground, some people said the best away games they've had. On the other monitor here, we've got some Wolves fan, lovely picture of Neil Warnock there as well, saying his best away game's got to be the 2-1 at Anfield. Obviously, that was last season in the FA Cup. Gary said Wigan away a few seasons ago when they got relegated to Division 1. We chanted, "You laughed at us when we went down. Who is laughing now?" So that's a pretty good one as well. A lot of people saying Liverpool. Wolves, we got to be Liverpool with us winning as well. Made the day even more special. Edred, he said he's only been to one, Barnsley away, in the 17-18 season, and he's been going to Wolves matches since 08-09. So obviously, not everyone can go to the away matches, so it's always nice, and it's good to see that one sort of obviously sticks in your head as well. Jerry Gamboni said beating Newcastle 4-1 on January the 1st, 1990. Wolves fans in fancy dress, planes chartered, a bully scored 4 goals. A certain Mark McGee played for Newcastle up front as well. Reece said Saints away this season when all the young lads battered their first team. It's a little bit different. Mouldy said the best ground was the Emirates. Best win was probably Spurs when we won 1-0 with Doyle scoring after 2 minutes and us being with the backs to the wall for the rest of the game. Bob Dino said Man City away or Bristol City for the last minute winner as well. And Karen, he said the 2 best away games are Liverpool 1, Wolves 2, or Reading 0, Wolves 2 from this season as well. There were loads of answers, guys, so as always, I do appreciate that. It really means a lot when you hit the comments, and hopefully I've included as much as I can. And now today, with it being Valentine's Day, I want the question of the week to be this. Name me one Wolves player from all time who you love. One player that always is in your head as that guy's my favourite player, or one player that did so much for Wolves that you appreciate so much that you just love them. Let me know in the comment section down below. Obviously, all the best sort of comments or the most unique ones are always going to be in next week's video as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So as always, we're going to be talking about all the stuff that has gone on over the last week or so. And one of the sort of main stories is that obviously Wolves are going up against Leeds in a midweek fixture on TV in the next few weeks or so. And normally when games are midweek, your allocation goes down a little bit. When it's on TV, it goes down a little bit more. But when the prices are as high as Leeds were demanding, £37 for an adult ticket, you know the allocation is going to be pretty low, regardless whether you're running away with the league or not. It's still quite a far journey for a midweek game. It's on TV. It's still quite cold. But Wolves have subsidised the ticket prices. Decision made again by the directors at Wolves, Laurie Dalrymple, who's doing a fantastic job this season, getting those £37 adult prices down to £30. I think it's about 25 quid down to 20 quid for the sort of under 21s or the concessions or what have you. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, that is going to not force people, but encourage more people to go. And again, I think Wolves should sell out that allocation now. I think regardless of your fan base, £37 is an absolutely ridiculous amount to pay. And fair play for Wolves sticking up to it and getting Wolves at a much better price. It's also noted that Leo Bonatini was away from the squad over the weekend. He wasn't included in the QPR fixture. Some people thought it might have been to do with the loan rule. Nuno possibly giving other people a chance in the squad. But he is injured. However, we're not 100% sure what the injury is. But he's out for maybe 1 to 2 weeks. So we should see him back in a few weeks' time anyway. Another player that is also in contract talks now is Courtney Howes. Apparently, the defender is in contract talks with Wolves. I think it'd be good to get him on a contract. I think he's a young English defender. I think in the Premier League, especially if he gets game time, he's going to be looked at a lot more with him, obviously being British, homegrown and so on. So I think a new contract will definitely help his value go up as well. There was also a transfer rumour over the last week or so. Wolves looking at Dan Gosling, maybe the central midfielder, currently at Bournemouth. I think we can all say this is probably a little bit of rubbish. I think maybe the only reason bringing it up is homegrown rule. I don't think it's not as strict in the Premier League. I don't think. Obviously, there's still some sort of rules there, but I think there's better players for us to go for if we get promoted. So again, I think this one is probably a load of rubbish. Some more ticket news. Obviously, the game against Preston is sold out over the weekend, and the game against Fulham, I'd assume, well, we got 500 extra tickets to that. I assume that one might sell out, so it's going to be a bumper crowd for that one as well. But the details for the Aston Villa away tickets, this is going to be one of the toughest away games to get tickets for this season. Obviously, with Wolves not going on a sort of real major cup run, bar the Carabao Cup run last year, I think, you know, away games are always going to sell out quite a lot. And obviously, with these away games selling out quickly, Aston Villa is going to be a very, very difficult one to get tickets for. Only 2,700 tickets available for this one. Away season ticket holders can get tickets now. Season ticket holders with 1,080 points can get them on Saturday. So that's if you've been to 8 extra games with Wolves as well as your season ticket. So you get 1,000 for your season ticket and 10 per away game or cup game. So for example, if you went to any of the away games, you get 10 points per away game. And if you say went to Swansea at home or Bristol one of like the Bristol Rovers games at home as well, you get an extra 10 for that. So I think I've got just about enough. So I'm going to be definitely getting mine on Saturday. If you haven't quite got enough, 1,060 points will be on Monday early doors, but they are definitely going to sell out on Monday. So if you haven't got that, I'm afraid you may well miss out unless Villa give us extra allocation, which I'm not sure they're going to. So it's going to be very, very difficult. However, there is one thing that I've been looking at, and I'm trying to figure out how quick or when Wolves are going to get promoted. Now, we're already on a fantastic amount of points, and I think there's about 15 games left this season. And I was reading a couple of articles, and one article said we need 5 wins and 1 draw, and then we should be promoted. And obviously we can look at different results and sort of hope if teams slip up, we might get it a bit sooner or a bit later, depending on other results. But 5 wins and 1 draw from the last 15 apparently may well get us promoted. So I calculated it, 5 wins, 1 draw, obviously 6 games. 6 games from now, you guessed it, we play Aston Villa. If we keep to that and results go away, we could get promoted at Villa Park, which would be absolutely tremendous for Wolves. What a feeling that would be. Obviously, we've got Blues sort of 2 or 3 games from the end. Hopefully, we should already have the promotion and maybe even the title wrapped up by then. But an amazing feeling that Wolves may well get promoted by that stage. I'd assume we get champions or promotion before Blues at home anyway. But that is the one. Or as long as the sort of the gap always stays the same between us and Villa or us and Derby or us and Cardiff, whoever's up there. But Blues may be the one to get us the title, but I'd assume it may well be before as well. But obviously with Wolves winning over the weekend, we played QPR. We won 2-1. I thought the first half was one of the best halves of football that I've seen from Wolves this season. We were so solid going forward, just so threatening. QPR had some brilliant chances early doors. Connor Washington playing as a lone striker, I thought he's going to get next to no service there, but created a couple of chances on his own, forced John Murray into some decent stops. But as soon as we got the ball rolling, as soon as we were knocking it about, we looked fantastic. Obviously grabbing the 2 goals, courtesy of Alfred and Dye. And the other goal from Helder Costa, obviously a fantastic move from Wolves. And then QPR got themselves back into the game. They brought on Matt Smith, who was always going to be a threat. I think he scored the winner against us when we played them at their place. He came on, straight away, corner was always going to be aimed at him, flicked on, a fantastic acrobatic attempt from Connor Washington actually went in. I've seen a couple of replays and a couple of pictures, it looked like he was offside, but I'm not 100% sure on that front. And then sort of QPR were not all over us, we had great chances ourselves. Afobe probably should have knocked 1 or 2 in. I did notice he had quite an early knock though when he came on. I don't know if that affected him at all, but we did have a couple of chances we definitely should have put away. So QPR were always going to threaten us and had maybe 1 or 2 chances at the end. There was one incident in the match though, I caught it on camera. If you watched the match day vlog from the QPR game, you would have seen it where apparently, I don't know for sure if this happened. I think they went in for a tackle. Jack Robinson was on the floor and Jota sort of slipped, hit his head. But when he was there, when the ball got cleared, Robinson sort of approached Jota and almost looked like a slap to what I think is Jota's arm. He probably did overreact a little bit, but obviously he's raised his arm to an opponent. You shouldn't be approaching an opponent. You shouldn't be doing that at all. It looks like the referee turned and saw it. Obviously, I got it on camera. A couple of fans got it on camera, and the FA were investigating it. But apparently, there's going to be no action about that incident whatsoever. So, strange. I mean, it wouldn't have affected us either way. If Robinson was banned, then who cares? Because we played QPR twice. It's not like they're in any promotion battle. So, it doesn't really matter for us at all. But Wolves on Saturday are going to go over to Deepdale to play up against Preston, who are in a pretty comfortable position at the moment, sitting in 7th. They're just 3 points off the playoffs, so they're definitely going to be wanting the 3 points. And obviously, it's going to be a tough game. I can't remember the result. I think did we draw to them last time out? I think we had a horrible refereeing display when we played them last time out. But we're still in a very comfortable position, as you know, 12 points clear. Derby dropping points yesterday as well, so we could, I think a draw or 3 points is fantastic. As long as we match the Villa's result, I think we should be fine. We've obviously Villa beating Blues over the weekend, so it's going to be a very, very difficult game against Preston, but obviously a sold out Wolves away crowd, really hoping that we can push for that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the game on Saturday due to it being my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be missing out on that one. But hopefully, if you're going, let me know in the comment section down below, and we can come back with the 3 points. Now, there isn't going to be a Wolves Weekly next week as Wolves are up against Norwich City at home, but make sure you keep your eyes peeled for the match review on that game. That'll be on the channel on Wednesday night, and hopefully you can watch that and see my thoughts of that game as well. But as always, guys, it's been fantastic again to have you here on Wolves Weekly. Make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.